were still wet when I pulled you off that yacht. God, you must be freezing.
Well, that was, almost worth the kidnapping. What was that exactly? Was that a Portuguese kiss or a Lithuanian kiss?
No. That was a real kiss.
Oh, you can't help but like him. I mean, he's charming. Takes after his dad, I guess.
Honey, I don't know how he could, you know. I was never around when he was growing up.
Must be a bit overwhelming to have suddenly a son show up out of the blue.
You can't even believe it. I mean, I was just thrown for a loop. I'm thrilled. But there's so much about him that I don't know. And there's so much that I want to know.
Well, you got a chance, huh?
I thought I'd get started at that wedding today, and I got there so late.
Well, you had kind of a hectic day. Drew understands that.
Well, things aren't going to slow down anytime soon. I still got to nail this guy Poseidon, get his butt behind bars. I got to get Bass back to Ireland, and the kid couldn't have come at a worse time.
It's been like a zoo here since the bombing attempt at the palace last night, and I'm really sorry to have to call you in here tonight and away from your family, but it really can't wait.
It's no problem. You know, how often do you get to scoop the wire services?
Besides, it means you don't have to stay home and clean up after the reception. I guess it was very lucky for the banner that we were all there when it happened. No, I shouldn't say that. I should say it was very lucky for all of us that we are alive, thanks to Bo and Patrick Thornhart. This is very good, Cassie. The only suggestion I might make is maybe you could get another quote from someone, I don't know, some official. Call Washington and see what you can get from them. Find out what they're doing to catch whoever did it, okay?
Okay, I'll get right on it.
Cassie, when you're done with that, go home, get some rest.
I will. I promised Blair I'd go by and see the baby.
The baby all right?
Oh, she's fine. Yeah, I just promised. And, well, maybe I can find out what Blair was doing at the church today during Marty's wedding.
Yeah, that worried me just a little bit, didn't it? See, I know that Blair was so determined to blame Marty for Todd's death, even though she said at the rehearsal dinner she was over it, but...
Well, as much as I love my cousin, you and I both know that she's capable of just about anything. Patrick? 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 Are you here? Anywhere?
What are you doing here?
Well, I figured that I was the last person that you wanted to see, but well, I think that I lost an earring that I was wearing here when I was here before. Are you all right? Is your shoulder okay? Maybe we should head back to the hospital. Larry, look.
No, my shoulder's fine. Actually, I'm glad you're here. I meant to pay you a visit. There's something that needs to be said. What happened here earlier between you and me should never have happened.
Patrick, we really don't have to talk about this. As far as I'm concerned, my kiss, it never happened.
Well, it did happen. And I felt like a bloody idiot. Pulling you on a horse like that and riding off, bringing you here and kissing you.
You're making way too much out of that.
Well, riding you all the way here and then storming out. God in heaven,
Look, I was the one that went to the church on my own, remember? And then I got up on the horse on my own, okay? And as far as the kiss is concerned, well, you were hurting. People do strange things when they hurt.
You're very kind.
No, I'm honest. But if you don't mind me being around here just a little bit longer, I really would like to look for that earring that I lost. If you don't mind.
Don't be silly. I'll help you.
No. You take care of all of your horse stuff. You were carrying that hay. I can take care of this. What could that be?
Isn't there some way you could postpone your trip to Ireland, even just for a few days?
Honey, I can't take the chance. Poseidon's still out there. That means lives are still in danger, maybe even aces. I got to get Bass back to Ireland so we can sit him down and just start grilling him about who this Poseidon really is. And then I've got to clear Patrick Thornhart's name. All that means that I'm going to have to wait to get to know my own son until I get home. Has he said anything to you at all? I mean, about what's been going on? Has he mentioned his mother at all?
Hey.
Hey.
Hi.
Ah, pizza.
Yeah.
Manna from heaven.
See, like father, like son.
You will learn that pizza and chili dogs are the staffs of life.
Yeah, Nor filled me in. You won't hear me complain.
Oh, good. Here, dig in. How about a soda?
Thanks. That's great.
You know, Drew, things have been pretty chaotic around here, and I'm hoping that they slow down in a not-too-distant future, and that way you and I can have a chance to sit down and have a heart-to-heart and kind of get caught up. I probably have a million questions to ask you.
It's fine.
So what are your plans? You have to get back to Atlanta anytime soon?
What, are you trying to get rid of me already?
No. That's not what I meant at all.
Oh, no, of course not.
No.
Hey, don't sweat it. Don't sweat it, man. If my staying here cramps your style, your cousin Joey's got plenty of room in his place. The last thing I want to do is get in your way.
Chocolate. You still cold?
No, not really. You know, I have to get out of these wet clothes.
You know what? You have no idea what was going through my mind when I was thinking about what David Vickers might be doing to you. When I found you handcuffed on that bed,
You thought, kinky sex?
No. You were in a fire, and I was thinking, how am I going to get you off this yacht? And I almost lost it.
But you didn't. You saved me. You saved my life. It's really weird because the only reason I got hooked up with David in the first place was so that you would come and rescue me. Part of me can't believe that you did come and that you cared that much. Of course, it took you long enough to find me. I think I would have died in there if you hadn't come.
Excuse me, the smoke was very thick.
No, that was later. I am talking about before.
Oh.
Yes. Look, I think I know the true meaning of boredom now. You think I'm kidding. You try being, trapped on an empty boat in the middle of a harbor, okay, with no phone and no cable, and the food. You think I'm joking? The food, David couldn't even get an order right the entire time.
I think you should count yourself lucky that he even fed you. There are not many kidnappers that I know of, at least, that do takeout.
A kidnapper? Look, he wasn't even a good babysitter.
Well, at the very least, this time he kept his mitts off you.
Yeah, because you know that I'd hit him over the head with a lamp. I would, really hard.
Well, Dorian is going to see to it that he never bothers you again.
Where is Dorian? We've called her. She knows where we are. I mean, where is she?
I'm sure she'll call.
Look, I'll call her again. First, I need to get out of these clothes because I'm going to get a huge cold and I'm going to turn into a huge prune.
Don't stop on my account.
answer the phone. Fred's probably the police trying to get info on David.
Yeah. Well, whoever it is, they're going to die a slow and painful death. Make it quick.
The role of Kevin Buchanan is now being played by Kevin Stapleton.
Joey?
Kevin?
Hey, little brother.
Kevin, it's Kevin.
Oh, cool. Look, I'm gonna take a shower.
No, wait, no, hang on. Wait, but
Hey, Joey, you still there?
yeah, I'm here. Hey, how you doing? How's London?
I'm not in London anymore. I'm in Dublin.
Cool. Never been there. You out sightseeing?
No, not exactly.
I heard there's this really cool place called the Horseshoe Bar. Where you staying?
Actually, that's what I called to tell you.
You know, there are still a lot of unanswered questions. Like, did Poseidon hire the terrorists to set the bomb? Or were they involved in ruining the peace talks by killing Lord Colvin? What was Asa Buchanan doing there?
I don't know. I think it might be weeks before this story gets fully unraveled, maybe months.
Why don't you turn into a series to keep public interest alive?
You ask a new question every day, and the banner would provide the answer. And the audience, the readers, they would love it because they would be solving the mystery right along with the police. And they'd keep coming back for more.
I like it. What do you think?
I like it, too. I'll run it by Clint, see what he thinks.
Well, I've got to go.
Thank you, Cassie. It's a very good job.
No problem.
I told you journalism is in my blood. All I need is a chance to prove myself.
It was a very good idea. And you have certainly proven yourself in the mailroom, but don't you think it's a little late for this? Why don't you leave the mail until tomorrow?
Oh, no. I'm behind as it is, taking the day off for Marty and Dylan's wedding. If I slack off anymore, this whole system is going to be out of whack. No, I take my job very seriously.
I can see that. Okay, carry on.
Hi, Clint.
Oh, Tina.
Clint! Oh, I'm glad you're here. Cassie wrote a follow-up piece to the terrorist bombing attempt at the palace.
How's it look?
Well, take a look. Read through it before it goes to press.
Sure. So, everything else okay?
Although I have one little request.
Just name it.
When I saw you at the wedding today, with Carlotta.
Vicky, I'm really sorry about that. I know I should have mentioned it to you.
Why? Good heavens, Clint. But you don't need my permission to have a date. I don't want you to worry so much about how I'm going to react. That's all. I mean, come and talk to me. I like Carlotta. I'm not made of glass. Well, not anymore. And I really just want you to be happy.
That's exactly what I want for you.
Hank, slow down. Okay, wait. Start from the beginning. What's going on?
Look, Joey, I don't have a lot of time. I tried calling Dad, but he's stuck in some meeting, and I don't want to get Mom all upset.
Smart move.
Yeah, but I don't know when I'm going to get to a phone again. So you are going to have to handle this, okay? Yeah. I got to go. Joey, I'm counting on you, remember?
Kevin, wait. Kevin.
I want you to know something. You will never be in the way in this house.
I want you to stay as long as you can.
The only reason I'm asking about what your plans are is because I'm interested. I'm interested in everything about you. I can't tell you how much I've thought of you over the years, hoping like hell that you're okay. And also working like hell to try to find you and your mother. I hate all the time that I lost with you.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get all defensive and weird on you. It's just that I've thought about you, too, and I've been planning this day for a long time in my head. I just want it to be perfect. I guess I just put too much pressure on it.
It's okay. Hey, look, I got an idea.
What?
Let's just scrap this whole pizza and soda idea, all right? Let me call Renee over there at the Palace. Have her save a table for us. And we will give this reunion the first-class treatment that it really deserves. Now, how about a big steak dinner with all the trimmings?
Sounds great. Mashed potatoes and gravy?
See? You are a Buchanan. Or you know what? We can go over to Rhodey's. I'll talk to Max, have him throw out some of those big slabs of ribs, huh?
I don't mean to interrupt your movable feast, but that's Joey on the phone, and he says it's urgent.
All right. Hey, Joey, what's up?
What? When? When are you going to tell Bo about your mother?
I tried to at the wedding, but we kept getting interrupted. It's probably better, though. Didn't seem to be the right place anyway.
You will do it soon, though, won't you?
Absolutely. Over dinner tonight.
I'll see you. It's always something.
What happened? Joey sounded upset.
Yeah, it's Joey's brother. That'd be your cousin, Kevin. He's got himself in a little trouble in Dublin.
Dublin? I thought he was working for the Times in London.
Yeah, so did I. I'll know a lot more about it when I get back.
Where are you going?
I've got to go talk to Clint. We've got to figure out some way to clear up this mess.
Well, so dinner's off?
No, it's not off. It's just postponed. I'll be back.
Okay.
Soon.
We'll just hold ourselves over some pizza.
Yeah, but not too much pizza, okay? Save some room for that steak. I'm sorry, Drew.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do, right? It's no big deal.
Thanks.
Kelly, had you run family emergency, be back soon, don't go away. I knew it was too good to be true.
Hi, is there a Kelly Kramer or Joe Buchanan here?
I'm Kelly. Hey, what's this?
Airport messenger service.
Dorian Lord.
Sign here, please.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Bye. What's this?
I don't believe this. Yeah, I was a little blown away myself.
I bet Kevin is protecting his sources.
Well, there's got to be a way to clear up this mess. I think I'm going to call the commissioner in Dublin.
You think you'd make any headway?
Well, after saving Lord Cove, I'm practically a national hero over there. I think I could call in a favor or two. Can I use the phone in your office?
Oh, of course, sure. Dad, what if Uncle Bo can't do anything? Well, then I'll just have to break some heads myself, I guess.
Oh, poor Kevin. I guess this really is pretty scary.
What's wrong? What about Kevin? What happened?
Vicky.
Is he all right?
No, Kevin is fine. Something has happened.
Well, what? Tell me, please.
He's at the Bridewell police station in Dublin. He's been arrested.
Well, I give up. I guess that earring is just, well, I think it's disappeared.
You sure you lost it here?
Well, I thought so, but, maybe I lost it on that wild ride we had coming back from the church. Look, thank you for allowing me to invade your space. I appreciate it. But, I'll be back tomorrow to ride this beautiful thing, and, I'll see you later. Okay?
Wait.
Patrick?
I know how hard it must have been for you to lose your husband the way you did, and I showed a terrible lapse in judgment when I kissed you.
Look, I already told you.
It's not that you're not a beautiful woman, you are. And naturally, I'll give you my word it'll never happen again, but if you want someone else to look after Arab...
No, I don't want anyone else. I want you. I'm not going to let you beat yourself up over this kiss. Look, that kiss was impulsive for me, too. All the hurt and pain that I was feeling just came rushing back after losing Todd when I saw the hurt that you were feeling when you heard Marty make those vows at the church, knowing that you had lost her forever. Patrick, look, the way that I see it is we were two lost souls who reached out to each other to make some sense of our own loss. And I think that is why we understand each other. Because of everything that we've been through. And the last thing that I want to do is to avoid you. Actually, I was kind of hoping that we could be friends.
Friends.
Well, that's assuming that you can forgive me for all the awful things that I've done to you.
Now, please, you're a brave woman. I don't know if I could be much of a friend to anyone these days.
Patrick, you've been a great friend to me, more than you know. Look, no matter what you decide, you just know that you owe me absolutely nothing.
I'm not sure about that.
You have been a perfect gentleman, and I thank you. And Patrick, if you do happen to find my earring floating around here somewhere, will you give me a call?
All he said was that he was arrested for disorderly conduct and that he was working on some photojournalism thing for the peace movement there.
How did he sound? Was he all right?
Yeah, no, oddly enough, I mean, he was taking a lot better than I would have. He was laughing, even.
Oh, any luck? Oh, I can't get a straight answer out of anybody over there, so I think I'm going to have to deal with it myself when I go over. I just got clearance to take Bass back to Ireland.
How soon can you leave?
Just as soon as I track down Patrick Thornhart.
Would you let us know the minute you see Kevin?
That'll be my first order of business when I get there, Tim.
Thank you very much, Bud.
Maybe I could help if I went along.
Now, Clint, the way you could help is to stay right here and keep an eye on Paul while I'm gone. You know, make sure he doesn't get in any trouble. And that way I can concentrate on getting your son out of jail.
Yeah, what about your son? I mean, Drew just got here, didn't he? You okay with taking off like this?
I just hope he is.
Hello.
It's all Greek to me.
Actually, it's a lot of Latin.
Right.
I can tell this fascinates you. You know, I bet I could come up with something far more stimulating than legal briefs to occupy your time before your father gets home.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. There is a leak upstairs in the bathroom that I've been meaning to have fixed. And Bo's toolbox is right there in the front hall closet.
Did I say the law wasn't stimulating?
That's kind of how you feel. Anything's better than home improvement. Bo will be back soon.
Does he always take off like that?
Well, see something needs to be fixed, he goes and fixes it. Me, on the other hand, master procrastinator.
Still, it's got to be rough. I mean, you never know when the phone's going to ring. He's just going to take off again.
You know, before Bo and I found each other, we were pretty sure that we would be spending the rest of our lives alone. And then love came along and changed all that. We're very lucky, your father and I, and we know it. So we don't waste the time that we have together, not even a minute of it, worrying about the time that we're apart.
That's a good way to put it. I mean, from the way my dad looks at you, it's real clear you're the most important thing in his life.
Thornhart?
So, you are there, huh?
What do you think it would be, Bo?
Well, word has it when you escaped from the hospital today, it was against the doctor's orders.
Yeah, well, it's good to hear your voice, my friend.
Thanks. How'd you like to join me on a little trip to Ireland? Something just came up, and I've got to get over there right away.
And you want me to go with you?
Well, I said that I'd do everything I could to officially clear your name, you remember?
That you did, yes.
Besides, I wouldn't want to deny you the privilege of seeing Chief Inspector Bass behind bars on your own turf. So, what do you say? Can you be on the next flight over there?
There's nothing keeping me here.
Okay, the plane leaves in 2 hours. I'll meet you at the airport.
All right, I'll be there.
Careful. She will steal your heart.
Oh, Blair, she already has. She's so beautiful.
Yes, she is. Oh, yes, you are. And look at this.
Hello.
She has Todd's eyes.
Blair, I saw you at the church today. It must have been hard for you. Watching them after... Just a few months ago, you and... Why were you there, Blair? Were you there with Patrick?
Well, I wasn't exactly with Patrick. I was trying to get him to listen to reason. He was he was blown away about Marty's rejection, and I was afraid that he might do something desperate.
Like what? Stop the wedding?
Well, maybe. He was very destroyed.
Since when do you know or care about Patrick's feelings?
Since he and I have become friends.
But you accuse this man of killing your husband.
That's right, and I was wrong. Now that Inspector Bass has been exposed, then Patrick was definitely telling the truth. I apologized to him, and believe it or not, he accepted, okay?
So you don't blame Patrick and Marty?
Oh, I solely blame Marty for what happened to Todd. She's the one that lured Todd to Ireland. She put him in danger, not Patrick.
I don't believe this.
What? What's not to believe?
Blair, any connection you have with Patrick Thornhart is not a good idea. Honey, listen. Your feelings are still raw about losing Todd. I don't think you know what you're doing.
Well, you don't have to worry about me, dear Kathy. Because I know exactly what I'm doing.
Yes, you are. He just doesn't sound like the same person. Kevin Buchanan, Mr. Straight and Narrow,
Yeah,
in jail?
I know. We're all a little weirded out by it, too, but Uncle Bo will straighten everything out once he gets to Ireland.
It's like, what is next?
Yeah, I know. Finally think my family's, everything's going right for a change, and all of a sudden this.
And this. This, came for you after you left.
From Dorian?
Yeah. Read it.
Dearest Kelly and Joe.
When I received word of Kelly's safe return at your hands, Joe, I couldn't have been more thrilled. It gave me great comfort to know that you were both safe at home. Rest assured, David Vickers is where he belongs, behind bars. And he will stay there for a long, long time. Forgive my hasty departure, but I just received an unexpected call from my publisher, Arthur Vandenberg, threatening to cancel my contract if I don't finish my memoirs soon. As luck would have it, I learned of a cabin opening on the QE2 and have decided to take advantage of the opportunity to get some well-deserved rest and finish my book at the same time. I'm flying to New York. The ship leaves tonight. Until my return, I send you both.
Oh, my love, Dorian.
Was that totally whacked or what? I mean, it just... Why would she just walk up and disappear? I mean, after everything that's happened.
That's what Dorian always does whenever she can't face something.
Like what?
Like the way you and I feel about each other. How it's changed. Guess Dorian didn't want to stick around and see what happened. I got to admit, you and me, it's a little strange. It's great. It's great. It's just strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I guess the only question now is, what does happen next?
Well, we're not roommates
No,
anymore. And, I don't really know where we are right now.
Well, we could, just take it slow and...
How?
I don't know, we could go on a date.
With each other?
Yes, that's the general idea.
Oh.
What?
I'm sorry. A date? I mean, come on. That idea is funny to me.
I don't find it that funny.
Oh, no! Hey! I'm sorry. Joey! I don't believe it. What are you doing?
Hello, Kelly, and how are you doing this evening?
I'm fine.
I was wondering if, it's not too short notice, and, or too sudden, if you might, by any chance, be free this evening?
Well, what did you have in mind?
This is the part where you invite me in.
Oh, come in.
Thank you, I'd love to.
Oh, okay.
I was, thinking maybe, dinner at the Palace, and then perhaps taking in a concert afterwards.
Oh, that sounds, very date-like.
Or, of course, we could rent a movie and order pizza.
That's even better.
Pizza it is.
Okay. Since this is the first official date, I should get changed into something a lot more...
Don't change. I like you in this.
Thank you, it's yours.
Yeah, and I like you in my clothes.
Yeah, but my hair looks like a
Pretty.
rat.
Very pretty. I like it that way.
You do?
Yes, I do.
There's something funny going on with this arrest. I think your cousin Kevin's in over his head.
Oof, I wouldn't want to be in his shoes.
Well, you'll be able to cut through all the red tape once you get to Ireland, won't you?
Well, I hope so. Vicky and Clint are counting on it.
Well, why don't you tell us all about it over dinner?
I can't, honey. Because of this mess with Kevin, I've got to leave for Ireland tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah. My plane leaves in less than 2 hours.
Oof, well, there goes my steak.
I'm sorry, Drew. You don't know how much I wish I didn't have to go on this, but you got my word. As soon as I get back...
Hey, we've got plenty of time. I'm not going anywhere.
Ted, I'll hold you to it. You forgive me?
Well, if you come back quickly.
Miss you already. I gotta go pack. Okay. Hey, Drew, do me a favor.
Sure.
Take care of her while I'm gone.
Oh,
My pleasure.
Let me know if you need me to help quiet her down, Miss Chicken Mine. Thanks.
hope I didn't come at a bad time.
No. Please. Come in.
Oh, I brought you this. I found it on the floor of the stable.
Oh. And here I thought that I had lost this forever. That was sweet of you. You didn't have to bring it by, make a special trip. I would have been by the stables tomorrow to pick it up.
You would have found me gone.
Gone?
Yeah, I'm leaving for Ireland tonight. A little sooner than expected, I admit.
Well, when are you going to be back?
I don't expect to be back.
Well, you have to stay. I mean, you should stay. What was it, the job? You don't like it? They're not paying you enough?
It's not that
you know
at all,
what?
Mrs. Manning.
I could get them to pay you more. In fact, I have an even better idea. You could come work for me at my newspaper.
Oh.
You're a wonderful writer.
Ma'am,
I will
I'm
call
flattered.
my editor
I'm
right
flattered,
now.
but that's not it. My whole world has been turned upside down, but my home is still in Ireland. And who knows, maybe I'll even get my old job back at the college. Once Bo can clear my name off the books.
So, this is goodbye?
Yeah, I guess it is. I would like to thank you for being so understanding about everything. Mrs. Manning.
No, I want to thank you for being so understanding. Good luck. You'll be back. You can't stay away from your precious Marty. As a matter of fact, I'm going to see to that. Yes, Barney. Blair Manning. How long will it take for you to fuel up the jet? Great. Well, get on it, will you? Oh, I'm going to Ireland.